Hi everyone, this is Jessica with Whispers of Grace. I decided to do a little something something, so I have about 30 minutes before I have to go take my Reiki. I'm getting trained by my friend Erin for my level 1 and 2, and I have about 30 minutes before I need to leave. So I figured I would do some mini readings or just chit chat with y'all, donation of your choice. I'll give a few minutes for a few people to hop on, but yeah, I figured if anyone wants to join in, I will be pulling from the Magical Fairies. You can choose whatever deck you want, okay? I have the Archangel Power Tarot cards. I also have The Universe Has Your Back by Gabrielle. And I also have the Talking to Heaven out. Those are the ones I have out today. So if anyone would like to join in, give it a few more minutes. So yeah, I just figured that I would jump on real quick and allow people, if they want a free little mini sesh, that they could hop on real quick and do donation of your choice. So yep, if anyone hops on, let me know. Say hi. And there is a PayPal link down below if you would like to donate. If you just want to chit chat, I'll chit chat. But if you want a card or a message from Spirit, I'm asking for donations, please. So, anybody out there? Yeah, Brandon's texting me. Okay, anybody? Let's see if I can share this. Sorry, y'all. Alright, so 3 minutes in and no one's hopped in yet. Let's see. Anybody? Alright, Spirit, come on. If you want anyone to receive a message today, I ask that you please send them my way. Anybody at all, if they are meant to see this video, please send them my way. I'm gonna go share it on my Facebook. Alright, seriously, y'all. Come on. Get up on here. Anybody? Alright, I'm just sharing to a bunch of places, so waiting for anyone to hop on. Come on, Spirit, don't leave me hanging. Let's see if that works. It usually does. So I'll give it a few more minutes. I always say I'm going to wait a few minutes and then it blows up. But remember, y'all, I have to be out of here at 5 Eastern Standard Time. So I guess I'm just going to talk to myself. Now, I will say, okay, for those of you who have been going through a lot of crazy things lately, I will say that you know, we're going through a lot of shifts, and I just really wanted to come on today and say, listen, there are lessons every day. Spirit is trying to talk to us. Spirit is trying to lead us in a certain direction. And I am so sorry about that, y'all. I know y'all gotta hear that. Craziness in this household. So much for Zen. But yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of changes that's going on in general. One of my biggest lessons lately is finding my inner child, how to have fun again. I have noticed that the majority of my life I have been such a giver and so it's almost a need to want to please other people, right? Like, I forgot to have fun. I forgot what Jess likes. I forgot how to truly enjoy the moments that I'm in because I'm so worried about the outcome and stuff like that. And it's totally not necessary. But yeah, I mean, it's insane how things happen. And you know what? It's so funny because one of my biggest things with my awakening is trying to decipher whether, you know, it's spirit or ego giving me advice, right? Like, I think that's one of the biggest things. Usually, ego is fear. And it causes us to question ourselves a lot. So about 2 months ago, like, okay, let me backtrack a little bit. I have had so many health problems growing up. Like, all my teenage years, I dealt with depression. My 20s have been constant health struggles and down to heart problems. I've had heart problems since I was 21. And had a hysterectomy at 26. I mean, it's been a roller coaster. But it's probably because I let all these people trample me when I was younger and lost myself that I didn't know how to properly deal with the things that I was going through. And so all that kind of just held up in my energy field. And I'm so sorry, y'all. But yeah, it was one of those things where about 2 months ago, you know, I've always had very high stress levels and anxiety and that kind of thing. And it was very hard on me my entire life. And then all of a sudden, about 2 months ago, you know, I take anti-anxiety medicine to help me sleep. And I've been going through a lot of changes. And my guides were like, you don't need to take that. Okay, well, you know what? I can understand the anti-anxiety. It's become a habit to take it at night to kind of ease me off. And I gave it to him that night. Like, all right, I won't take it. And then I go to take my heart medicine, and they're like, you don't need that either. It's like, okay, my guides are trying to kill me, y'all. Like, seriously. Like, if it's, okay, that obviously has to be my ego. Spirit's not going to tell me to stop taking like medicine that's necessary, right? And I went to my cardiologist today to find out that I don't have to take it. I'm exercising and eating healthier, and apparently my blood pressure has been good enough for a while that my doctor doesn't think I need to take it. So found out today I get off that medicine, and that's just one less that I need to take, which is really awesome. But all right. Guess it's just a bad time to hop on. I might have to try this later. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy because I really thought that when I heard that, um, my guides didn't want me to take my blood pressure medication. And I wonder if it's been dulling my senses for a while. So tonight will be my first night not taking it, which I'm a little nervous but excited about, because if it's one less thing that I can get off of that might make me feel better and more clear to spirit, I'm all for it, and save me money. Good Lord. But yeah, I mean, and my fear is probably what my ego is what was saying. Oh, no, you gotta have your medicine, like you have to stay the course. And of course I would never stop taking a medicine without talking to my doctor. But yeah, it was, I mean, I was pretty flabbergasted to hear that come out of his mouth, because I was told I'd have to be on this for the rest of my life. So that was pretty exciting. So yeah, but let's see, what else can we talk about? Because you never know. Got about 20 minutes. 20 minutes, y'all. Gotta hop on. So with that, but yeah, finding the inner child, that's my biggest thing. And you know what? It was so funny because I used to dance. I used to dance all the time. And when I was really comfortable with myself and in my groove, like, I had no problem dancing. I had no problem going out there and not giving a shit what I looked like. I have this really bad problem with not noticing people in my environment, because I think it's better for me to not be as aware, which is probably a bad thing. But I don't like people looking at me. I'm just weird like that. I'm usually one of those people like, oh, do I got something on my face? And so, yeah, but I used to dance all the time and just let the energy flow. And I always felt so invigorated after dancing. And over the last several years, I really took a step back from that, and I forgot. I forgot what the movement is. I forgot how to let loose and just be and let the energy flow. I don't remember what that's like. So yesterday I was going on a walk, and there's this little nature trail by the house. And it's a beautiful little spot. I mean, it's short, but, you know, I did a big loop and back again to get my extra steps in. And I noticed when I was listening to my music, I was listening to The Temptations. That's like my get up song. And I don't know why Ain't Too Proud to Beg has been like, it's been a theme song for me lately. And so I was listening to The Temptations while I was walking, and they have these big pieces of wood that kind of block off or frame the trail. And next thing you know, I'm hopping up and I'm hopping down and I'm twisting. And I mean, if anyone was probably recording me, I probably would have looked like a total nutbag. But I was learning to be present in the moment, to let the energy flow. And even though I was still a little scared of, you know, someone possibly seeing me, I didn't really care, because in that moment I was truly able to let go. And I want more of that. I want to be able to figure out what actually makes me happy. And, you know, one of the biggest things with finding your inner child is going back through your past and healing those old wounds that you probably put on the back burner. And, you know, I realized after talking to Brandon yesterday that it was one of those, you know, I was in a very low vibration. I was feeling a little judgmental, a little fearful of what people were thinking of me because I knew my energy wasn't where it usually is. And through having our conversation and getting that clarity, though, you know, it wasn't necessarily one thing or the other, but the conversation actually led to me finding out how, right? So how my spirit guides wanted me to find my inner child is to actually go back to birth and through meditation and say, Jess, no matter what you do not give up. You are strong, you are beautiful, and you have a big purpose, baby girl, right? And then go to 10 years old and do that decade from birth to 10 and say, go through the self-inventory of everything that you encountered and say, it's okay. It hurts. And comforting that ego, that fear-based thought where, you know, a lot of my issues of not being good enough came through, and it's been my whole life. So I have to go back through each decade and take a self-inventory up until now of, you know, everything that happened to me, everything that I overcame, every dark period where I was literally about to give up, to comfort that weak soul, to say, it's okay. It's okay that you were vulnerable. It's okay that you loved and lost. It's okay that you drug yourself out the pits of hell in order to see the light. You never gave up, Jess. You never gave up. And that is the beauty in it. That no matter how much you endured, you are a strong and wise individual and you have a purpose. I've never done that. I've never, you know, I'll give myself pep talks and stuff like that. Like, yeah, you a badass bitch. But, I mean, seriously, it's one of those things where it's very hard to really go back and not to necessarily judge. The book that I'm reading by Gabrielle Bernstein, The Universe Has Your Back, is a great book, and it really did. It touched on the judgmental side, and I didn't realize how much judgment I was actually doing. Like, even with my exes, a lot of my issues have been around men in my life and constantly seeking this emotional, it was a void. It was a void, and I was searching for something to fill it. So I ended up picking a lot of bad people, and not all of them were terrible. Some worse than others. Some are a lot harder to get over because there is such a strong emotional connection. But you know what? I'm ready to love me. I'm tired of putting myself on the back burner. I'm tired of letting people dictate who Jess is and what I should be. I'm over it. So, yeah, to have to go back and really say, okay, you know, all these things that you've overcome. And it's not just men. Let me tell you, I might look like I have my shit together if y'all only knew. There's been a lot of addiction in my family on both sides, and that's probably why I don't really drink or do anything. Like, my biggest vice is smoking cigarettes. And I know it's terrible for me, but you know what? I don't care. I mean, some days I do, like, I really want to quit, and then there's some days it's like, I don't know how else to release that stress besides doing yoga and meditating. And sometimes you just need a 3D break. So, yeah, I mean, I'm a little upset that no one's getting on, but it's okay because y'all are going to get this later, whether you like it or not, and hopefully you'll keep an eye out because I want to start doing these more, but me giving only 30 minutes probably wasn't a great idea. So, and I did not call everyone in before I did this, so there's another lesson, right? But yeah, I mean, since I only have a few more minutes and no one's been on in 20, I'm just gonna let's pull a card for the overall energy today and what we should be thankful for. Yeah, today is all about forgiveness, okay? And, you know, if you really look at this card, so it's the angel is hovering over this woman who just looks like she's been beaten, right? She's defeated in a sense, but she's bringing her soul. The angel is bringing her soul back, bringing the light back into her life. And we do this through forgiveness. And when you release those old patterns and those old wounds, it really does. It helps lift that tension off, and you start to put back those pieces of your soul. And let's see, what energy would you like everyone to focus on today that sees this? I witness the darkness and call on the light within my prayer. Thank you, universe, for guiding me and perceiving this fear through the eyes of the teacher of love. Okay. So, again, going within, finding where the darkness lies and replacing it with the light, giving it to the universe, letting your angels take care of you in a manner that is absolutely necessary for your for your highest good. It is. So, since no one else is gonna hop on, I am gonna go ahead and get ready, and I wish y'all the best of luck. And I will be talking to you soon, but keep an eye out, y'all, because I'm going to try and do these at least once a week, but sometimes I'm just called to do it. So I'll talk to you later. Love and light.